Hey, what's up, guys? JD Venom here, part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and this is my Monday Night Raw for your July 24th, 2017. The pay-per-view just went, I'm sorry, the pay-per-view, but the show just went off the air, coming off the heels of last night's WWE Battleground, which is one of the worst pay-per-views of this decade. Definitely one of the worst pay-per-views in the past 5 years. Ended last night, and you know, tonight's Monday Night Raw, you know, I didn't hate it. It was better than the past couple weeks. But I didn't love it either. It was just a Raw. I mean, nothing really for me to go over tonight, guys, as far as the show overall. I thought the show was okay. This is going to be a lazy review. This is going to be a lazy review. I'm just going to call it what it is, okay? This is going to be a lazy review tonight, guys. And the fact of the matter is that right now, we have, 3 weeks away from Summerslam? You know, we're just beginning the whole process going into Summerslam. You know what I mean? We got this week, we got next week, we got, and 2 more weeks after that, I believe SummerSlam. I don't even know when SummerSlam is, guys. Does anyone even care when SummerSlam is, to be honest? SummerSlam is going to be on August 20th. So, we still, okay, I'm sorry, we got 4 weeks away. Fuck me. I'm sorry. We got 4 weeks away up until SummerSlam. But, being as it may, tonight, I really don't have anything horribly bad to say about it. It had its flaws, but I don't really have anything good, anything to say about this show either. I mean, we saw both Dallas and Curtis Axel in the main event in 2017. Whoever thought that these two guys would be main eventing in 2017 to end a WWE broadcast. Like, whoever thought that? I certainly didn't. I certainly didn't think we're going to be seeing that. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave me a thumbs up like that. Subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, where both links are down below. Tell your friends and family to come and join the JD Venom Nation here on YouTube. With this being said, guys, I'm just gonna go over the rundown of the show, guys. Like I said, I really don't have any major criticism about this show, but I really don't have anything else either, where it's oh, great segment tonight. Oh, funny segment tonight. A lot of stuff was just meh. Everything was meh tonight. The matches were meh. Nothing too great. Nothing. I like the Sasha Banks and Bayley match. I did like that. And I think I like the intriguement going there. I got to see the revival. Got to see my boys tonight. You know what I mean? We saw the club tonight. Is the club turning face? We'll be talking about that in a moment. I mean, you know what I mean? And we had 1. We had 2, 3, 4. Just 4 matches. 5 matches. 6 matches. 7 matches. Good God. What am I talking about? There was a lot of matches on the show. A lot of them were very short, though. A lot of these matches were very, very, very short tonight, from now what I can remember here. But be that as it may, let's go and get into review. Let's go and start from the very beginning. Tonight's show opened up here, as you can guys see in the thumbnail, with Kurt Angle coming out to the ring. Kurt Angle talks about his long-lost son, Jason Jordan, being the newest member of the Raw roster. Angle says he was nervous at first, but this has been exciting. Angle says he's been spending time with his son over the past week, and Jordan will have his first Raw match tonight. Angle says he's given Jordan the opportunity, but it's up to him to make it happen. Angle also talks about how Braun Strowman interrupted last week's match to determine the SummerSlam opponent for the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. Angle says he's decided that Lesnar will face. All of a sudden, music interrupts. Braun Strowman comes out to the ring. Braun says the next words out of Angle's mouth better be his name or else. Braun says he had won his match at Great Balls of Fire, unlike Samoa Joe or Roman Reigns. Braun says he does not fear Lesnar. Lesnar fears Braun. Braun says he's going to break Lesnar in half and become the next WWE Universal Champion at SummerSlam. After that, we saw Samoa Joe come out. Samoa Joe is here to make it simple. really simple for Angle and Braun. Joe says, unfortunately for Braun, they haven't crossed paths much since they arrived. Joe introduces himself to Braun as the man who tamed the beast and came within seconds of putting him to sleep. Joe says he is the man and he does not fear Lesnar. And he definitely doesn't fear Braun. Joe says the only reason he's not knocking Braun's teeth out for what he did last week is because he just stopped Reigns from losing to him for the third straight time. Joe tells Angle that we should let Braun and Roman handle their business at SummerSlam, but Angle needs to give the beast to Joe. Reigns comes out, and Roman Reigns, I'm sorry, his promo tonight, it wasn't horrible, but it's like, you can definitely tell what's scripted for this guy and what's scripted for some wrestlers and what's not scripted. Braun is scripted. Joe is not really scripted. You can tell Joe is really coming from the hip when he's talking to the mic. Roman is more artificial than two silicone breasts. You know what I mean? A fucking porn star that lives in Las Vegas or lives in LA. Two fake double D tits. That's how fake Roman sounds on the fucking mic when he's talking. Okay? Roman tells Braun to shut up. Good lord. And he just hits him. Wait, did I miss something here? Did I miss something here? I missed a lot of shit here, actually. Good God, where was I at? Okay, Reigns says Joe hasn't done anything around here. Neither has Braun. Reigns says in 5 years, he just went over his accolades. Speaking of, and also he's talking about, I'm the last one to retire The Undertaker. Like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Shut up. Reigns asks what Joe and Braun have done here. He'll wait. That's what we thought. That's what he says. That's what he thoughts. They haven't done anything yet. Reigns says, now let's show the world what he's about to Angle. Gets in between everyone. He says that they all made valid points. That's why that he changed his mind again. He announces Reigns, Joe, and Braun versus Lesnar for a fatal 4-way match at SummerSlam. This match at SummerSlam could be match of the year material if they do it right. Basically, long story short, they get in each other's faces. They brawl. The whole locker room comes out. You see faces. You see heels. You see security guards getting tossed by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's beating up, faces and heels, and Roman's beating up faces and heels, and Joe's beating up faces and heels, and just basically the whole segment ends as you see Reigns spears Braun after Joe was trying to get Braun into the cocaine clutch. A few superstars were also in the way as well. The ring basically empties as Braun plants Reigns with a big power slam as Braun stands tall with his music. So this gives a very big intriguement. This is a match that I really want to see. Okay? It's something that I really would want to see here between these four guys. I think this match at SummerSlam is going to be very, very big, no pun intended, but I think it's going to be a match that's going to be very fun to watch and something that, that's going to surprise a lot of people. Who's going to win? I don't know yet. I haven't really made a prediction yet, but we'll see on how that goes along. Okay, so let's go into our next segment here. Alright, so here we go. Next segment was the no DQ match between Finn Balor and Elias Samson. Elias Samson, who was in the ring. Elias Samson's a fuck. He is a fucking definition of a heel. He is a heel. This guy, starts saying shit in the ring like, my name's Elias Samson, and I want to know who wants to walk with Elias. It's fucking great. He's a heel. He's a heel. If you can put your cell phones down and please hold your applause until I'm done with my song. Yeah, great. I love it. Fans start cheering for Finn Balor. Finn Balor comes out. Balor versus Elias Samson. This match was decent. It wasn't great. Everything was decent tonight except for Sasha Banks and Bayley, which I thought was a pretty damn good women's match. But it was a decent match, no DQ. We saw a more vicious side to Finn Balor. Elias Samson looked good in this match. This is their third match here. Now, I told you last week the ending to this match. Did you guys think I was fucking bullshitting when I said that Bray Wyatt was going to come out and cost Finn Balor the match? What the fuck you think happened tonight? I mean, Finn Balor gets hit by Sister Abigail by Bray Wyatt. And Elias Samson crawls over for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Elias Samson wins. I mean, what else did you guys think was going to fucking happen? After that promo last week with Bray Wyatt. It's going to be Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor at SummerSlam. And Unleash the Demon. The Demon will be unveiled at SummerSlam. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting feud, but it is what it is. It is what it is with that. So after that, we go backstage with Renee Young and Kurt Angle. Renee reveals that Jordan will make his debut against Kurt Hawkins. Angle believes Jordan will prove himself to be a successful singles competitor. Angle goes on about having butterflies, but he's interrupted by Emma. She wants to know when the focus is going to be put on her. She started the women's revolution and has sat on the sidelines while others that looked up to her, like Sasha Banks, getting all the opportunities. Emma says maybe dating Angle's son will get her noticed. Angle puts her in a match tonight against Nyah Jacks. Well, obviously Emma's on TV because she went on a little bit of a rant on Twitter this past week saying that, oh, I've been in WWE for 5 years now, and now, you know, I'm not really being utilized. I just celebrate my 5 years with the company. I'm not being used on TV. Well, now you're being used on TV, and now you're going to get squashed by Nyah Jacks. So, who did you think that Nyah Jacks was going to lose to Emma tonight? Fuck no. Fuck no. She didn't lose to Emma tonight. So, we come in from commercial break. Enzo comes out to the ring with the mic. He cuts a promo, and this is going to be Enzo versus Big Cass. I just failed to mention that was going to be Enzo versus Big Cass. Enzo versus Big Cass, right, guys? Do you guys give a fuck about this match? They just had a match at Great Balls of Fire. They don't even have a rematch at SummerSlam. Why? Because this is going to be Big Cass versus Big Show. What the fuck you think happened in this match? Big Cass destroyed Enzo. Enzo's a great seller, I will say that. He is a fantastic seller. I will say that. Now, here's the thing with this. Hash mark, here's the thing. Big Cass beats Enzo with a big boot. After the match, Big Show comes out. Big Cass was holding Enzo in front of Big Show by his head like this. I thought that, you know, fucking Big Cass was gonna snap Enzo's neck and break his neck right there, just like. That would've been fucking amazing. But no, it's WWE. Half of the shit that they do doesn't make sense anyway. You know what I mean? So, basically, Big Show comes out to the ring. He gets in the ring. Big Cass hits him with a boot after throwing Enzo into him. And after like 3 or 4 or 5 fucking Empire elbows, you know, Big Cass stands over Big Show. And that's going to be one of your SummerSlam matches. Big Cass versus Big Show. Do you guys want to see this match? Do you guys give a fuck about this match? Because I certainly don't. This ain't going to do shit for Big Cass. You know, Big Show's going to pull over Big Cass at SummerSlam. Is this going to do anything for Big Cass? Is this going to get this guy into the Intercontinental Championship shot? Is this going to get this guy on the Universal title scene? No. He's just going to be there. He's just going to be there. He's going to be like a Baron Corbin. You know what I mean? He may win the Money in the Bank next year if Raw has a Money in the Bank. I don't know what the fuck they're going to be doing Big Cass. I really don't. I just see him as another Baron Corbin boy on Raw. That's it. Renee Young is backstage with Raw's Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, number 2 on the top 5 Bay list. Alexa asking if she prefers to defend her title against Sasha or Bayley. Bliss isn't worried about SummerSlam. She says that the entire WWE Universe will see a fresh ship destroyed tonight. Team Gag Reflex will implode. Gag Reflex, huh, Alexa? Huh? Ooh. You must know what a gag reflex is, huh? You're such a dirty, dirty little... I bet you know, I know Bayley knows what a gag reflex is. I bet you Sasha knows what a gag reflex is. Why'd you ask Paige what a gag reflex is, huh? Huh? Why'd you ask Xavier Woods if Paige has any gag reflexes, huh? Huh? What about Brad Maddox? I'm a fucking dick. What can I say? But, she'll say that a Team Gag Reflex will implode, all for a chance to lose to her at SummerSlam. She goes on and says Sasha won't be the winner and Bayley won't be the winner tonight. The real winner will be Alexa Bliss. Coming out for commercial break, Nyah Jacks versus Emma. Nothing really to know about this match, but if this is going to be Nyah Jacks' new finishing move, a somersault senton, I'm all for it. She did it perfectly. It's menacing. It's good for her size. And she can do it to anybody. It's a believable finisher. It's a lot better. I don't really like the Samoan drop too much. If she can do that flip senton, I think that's a better finishing maneuver. Give Nyah Jacks that maneuver as her finisher. Let her keep it. Samoan drop is too traditional. A flip senton is a lot better. If she can do it and pull it off every single time the way that she did tonight, I have no issues with that. Nyah Jacks looks very impressive tonight in destroying Emma. Try Caruso, she's a horrible backstage, interviewer, but she may be in top 5A. She is fucking gorgeous. She is so hot. Charlie Caruso is. Just her smile and her brown hair and her makeup and just Charlie Caruso. Top 5 baby material, guys. I'm telling you, she might be up there sooner rather than later. But she's backstage with Akira Tozawa. We see clips from last week's shows and why Tozawa's shoulder is taped up. Tozawa says why he wants a rematch with Ari Daivari. Titus O'Neil walks up and says he's been looking for it all over. He knows Tozawa wants payback on Daivari, but the shoulder isn't good. It's a liability. Titus says Tozawa can fool a lot of people, but he can't fool Titus. Titus says he went to Kurt Angle and the WWE Medical to get this match next. Tozawa flips out and tells Titus to stay in the back, and as if he apparently heads to the ring through gorilla position. Titus follows him as they argue. Tozawa walks out to the ring. We go to commercial break. After we come back from commercial break, the music hits and out comes the Cruiserweight Champion Neville. Neville takes credit for all Tozawa's issues as he walks to the ring. Neville says he tried to warn Tozawa, but Tozawa went with the false promises of Titus instead. Neville asks Tozawa where that got him. Neville meets Tozawa in the middle of the ring. Neville says Tozawa is pathetic, a joke, nothing more than a shell of his former Tozawa drops Neville and works him over. Tozawa climbs the top rope and hits the diving senton, but sells the shoulder. All of a sudden, Ari Daivari hits the ring and unloads on Tozawa. Daivari grabs Neville and plants him hard. So basically, Ari Daivari was doing his own versions of the fucking Rainmaker from fucking Kazuchika Okada. So basically, Ari Daivari thinks he's not King Omega. He thinks he's fucking Kazuchika Okada now from New Japan. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what this is going to go, because you got Daivari versus Neville tomorrow on 205 Live. Is this going to lead for Daivari to be in a match at SummerSlam against Neville? Or is this going to be a fucking triple threat match at SummerSlam? I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, Neville is the only guy that should deserve the fucking Cruiserweight Championship. Neville should not lose the fucking Cruiserweight Championship. There's nobody on the Cruiserweight division, with the exception of Cedric Alexander, if they build him up right, if they build up Cedric Alexander right to beat Neville. Outside of that, I can't give two shits. I ain't give two shits about what they do with the Cruiserweight division. They need to put the Cruiserweights in Full Sail live on the WWE Network after or before NXT. Pick your poison, before or after NXT. I don't give a shit. Do 205 Live after or before NXT live on the WWE Network at Full Sail. That is the only way that we will give a shit about the Cruiserweights. Because other than that, WWE doesn't give two shits about the Cruiserweights. Because according to JBL, or bring it to the table, the Cruiserweights get an hour of television time every single Monday. Really? This was fucking 5 minutes. What are you talking about? That I get an hour every single Monday. God, that pisses me off when he said that. Fucking hell, man. I hate JBL. But other than that, it is what it is with that. And we move on to our next segment. Renee is backstage with Jason Jordan talking about tonight's debut. Jordan is grateful for the opportunity, and since this is his first match since Kurt Angle was revealed to be his father, he realizes all eyes are on him. Jordan admits he has butterflies as well. Renee points out on how Angle said the same thing earlier in their interview. Jordan says Angle being his dad is incredible but unbelievable at the same time. The man he grew up idolizing, his hero, turned out to be his father. Jordan goes on about a dream coming true and how he's overjoyed, but right now he's focused on winning his first Raw's match. Okay. Bayley versus Sasha Banks. To me, the best match of the night. To me, this shows why that Sasha Banks needs to turn heel, and I think the seeds are going to be planted, especially at SummerSlam. Bayley ends up winning this match in a very good women's match. Very good. Nice high-flying action. Sasha and Bayley work well together in the ring. They have great chemistry, obviously. We know what they did at TakeOver Brooklyn, the very first TakeOver Brooklyn a couple of years ago. We know what they're capable of. I don't have to put any rhetoric on him. But what I can say, this was a very good match. And if this leads to Sasha turning heel at SummerSlam, I'm all for it. I am all for it if this leads to a heel turn. I can see Bayley beating Alexa. Sasha comes out to the ring, tries to celebrate with Bayley, then turns her back on Bayley for a SummerSlam moment, a SummerSlam heel turn, and something that will make sense. One of the few things that will make sense for WWE to do at SummerSlam. I think it's going to happen. It will be a fantastic thing to see Sasha Banks turn heel at SummerSlam. We thought we were going to get at WrestleMania this year. We did it. Now the next opportunity is SummerSlam. You have a great opportunity in your hands, WWE, to give us what we want. A heel bitch Sasha Banks, the real version of the boss, versus the scrappy, the hungry, I won't say vicious, but the very determined Bayley. That's magic right there, guys. Can you imagine a Night of Champions match between Bayley and Sasha Banks? Give these women 20-25 minutes and see what they can replicate from what they did at TakeOver Brooklyn, the first one. I think they can definitely do that. I think they definitely can do that if you give these women time. Are they going to give them time? Who knows? They did last year with Sasha Banks and Charlotte, which was the fall feud going through SummerSlam, through Night of Champions, through Survivor Series, through Hell in a Cell, all the way through, basically up until January, when they were still feuding with each other. But be that as it may, guys, be that as it may, I truly, truly think that Sasha's going to turn heel at SummerSlam on Bayley, and it's going to be a sight to see. It is going to be a sight to see once Sasha Banks turns on Bayley and how they're going to progress there with that storyline. So I agree with the outcome. I really do agree with the outcome. I think that Bayley is going to beat Alexa Bliss, which is Bay number 2 on the top 5 Bay list. And actually, Sasha Banks is number 3 on the top 5 Bayley list. But truly, I think that's what's going to happen. Bayley is going to be Alexa. Sasha's going to come out to pretend to celebrate, then turns her back on Bayley. And you guys may ask why. Why is Sasha going to turn her back on Bayley? Because Bayley has her number in every single match that they are in. Every single match, going back to NXT, pretty much, Bayley has Sasha's number. And it's true. It's true. So Bayley is the new number contender for the WWE Raw's Women's Championship. Renee Young is backstage with Kurt Hawkins for the comments on the match with Jason Jordan. Hawkins is tired of hearing about Jordan all week, and he doesn't care about Jordan. Hawkins says he's going to give us something to talk about when he ruins Jason Jordan's big Raw debut. Hawkins says everyone will be talking about him tomorrow. Yeah, fucking right. No one's gonna be talking about fucking... I don't even think about fucking Kurt Hawkins. Not even a thought. It takes maybe like 25 thoughts for me to start thinking about fucking Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins sucks. He is terrible. He's been terrible ever since he came back to SmackDown with the whole face the facts, the whole vignettes. Everything about Kurt Hawkins sucks cock. He is awful. Now, he's not Dana Botch or Mojo Rawley awful, but Kurt Hawkins, this ain't fucking 2008, man. This ain't La Familia. This ain't, you're not with Edge. You're not with fucking Vicky. You're not with Zack Ryder anymore. You're not with Chavo Guerrero. This ain't La Familia, motherfucker. This is 2015. I'll say 2015. Did I say 2015? 2017. Oh my god, the fuck's the matter with me? It's 2017. Unbelievable. But anyway, Jason Jordan versus Kurt Hawkins. Jason Jordan wins. Jason Jordan does a belly back suplex into a neck breaker. Looks very nice. Very nice new finisher from Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan has the look. He has the credentials. He has the wrestling ability, definitely. He just needs a character. If WWE can get behind Jason Jordan and make a character out of him, he'll be a total package. Make him a character. Make him a character. Give him a background. We know his background is that pretty much he's Kurt Angle's son. That's all we know about him. What else should we know about Jason Jordan? Make something up. I don't give a shit. Give him some gimmick. Give him a Kurt Angle gimmick. I don't give a shit. He's Kurt Angle's son. Just give him fucking Kurt Angle's old gimmick. I don't give a shit. He's a fucking wrestling machine. Give him that gimmick. Give him with a fucking mouth guard, and that's something that I think some fans will want to see. But he has tremendous upside, Jason Jordan. And I hope WWE does great things with him. I see Jason Jordan being in the Intercontinental Championship hunt. I don't know about SummerSlam, but at least, to me, going into Night of Champions, I think he may take the title off The Miz. That's what I think personally. You let me know what you think about that down in the comments. I think that Jason Jordan is primed for a IC title run. You guys let me know what you think about that down in the comments. Alrighty. So, moving on is the Revival versus the Club tonight. My boys, the Revival, okay, versus the Club. Now, I was a little bit confused. I'm sorry, not Dawson, but the Revival, they came out to the ring, and they came out for an interview with Charlie Caruso. She starts with a question, but Scott Dawson cuts her off and dismisses her. And he and Dash Wilder are professional enough to handle their own. They start about how they're here to run the tag team divisions and how they sit teams like the New Day packing up until Luke Gallows and Cole Anderson, the Club, comes out. Anderson and Gallows tonight, they were playing the faces in this situation. I don't know if WWE turned these guys face I don't know. It seems it's going into that direction. If they turn them face, it's completely out of fucking left field, and there was no build behind it. But you need more face tag teams on Raw, because your only face tag teams is the Hardys. The top face tag team is the Hardys. You got maybe now the Club, and you got Heath Slater and Rhino, who's not really on TV that much. So you got those three teams that can be faces. If they turn the Club face, it'll be very interesting to see. I don't know if I totally agree with that, because I just see them as heels. I don't see these guys as faces. They don't scream out face to me. They don't, with their gimmick, their attire, their music, the way that they carry themselves in the ring, the way they wrestle like a heel tag team. Let's see how they do as faces. Maybe they can put on some great matches. They didn't have a bad match tonight with the Revival. I thought the Revival in the Club was a pretty decent match. Like I said, all these matches tonight were pretty decent. It was nothing that really stood out to me. It was like, oh my god, 5-star classic or a 4-star classic. The only match that really stood out to me was Bayley and Sasha, which was pretty good at best. It wasn't like fantastic or anything. I truly believe that the Club, they may end up being the top face tag team in not in WWE. Hold on, let me take that back, on Raw. Because if the Hardys turn broken, does that mean that if the Hardys stay together as the Broken Hardys, then of course they're the top, still gonna be the top face tag team on Raw. Okay, that's no question. But if Jeff goes onto a singles run, which I don't know what they're gonna be doing with another singles competitor on Raw, and Matt just becomes Broken Matt Hardy, and it's gonna be delightful. Yes, if we have that, then that leaves the Club to be the new top team on Raw as faces. You gotta bring up some guy. You gotta bring up somebody from NXT. Well, you had DIY, but you broke them up, and Tommaso Ciampa is out for over almost a year now. You got the Street Profits, who didn't even debut yet. You got Heavy Machinery, who lost to AOP. You got AOP, who's the NXT Tag Team Champions, and they're fucking heels. You got Sanity with Eric Young, Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Jesus Christ. Why did I forget her name? The chick from Sanity. Good God. Nikki Cross. Good God. How did I forget about Nikki Cross's name? I feel such like a fucking idiot right now. And Nikki Cross, they're complete fucking heels. So who will be the faces in this situation? The only other people I can think of is the Club. If the Hardys break up, I don't see a tag team coming over from SmackDown on over to Raw or vice versa. It looks like the Club is a face tag team, guys. They didn't really fully confirm it yet, but that's what the direction is with WWE. You can see it, the writings on the wall. We'll see how they do as a face tag team. Obviously, as heels, they won the tag team titles, and they really the Club still should be tag team champions right now. You're talking about a team that came over from New Japan, one of the best tag teams in New Japan over the past 5 to 10 years, won the IWGP tag team titles. The founders of the Bullet Club. Carl Anderson was one of the founders of the Bullet Club. Then fucking Luke Gallows came in, and they formed, their tag team, and they were IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. You take that team that came into WWE white hot, and we thought that we're gonna get the Balor Club, or we did get the Bullet Club for a split second with AJ Styles, but it wasn't like, too sweet or doing the whole suck it and like everything that they were doing in New Japan. It was like 30% of what they were doing in New Japan. And even at that, they didn't even have the tag team titles at the time. AJ Styles was not yet the WWE champion. He didn't win the WWE championship until he went to SmackDown. So, let's see how this goes. I don't know why I'm talking about this way too much, but tag team wrestling is You know, it's my favorite, one of my favorite things in wrestling. So, but as far as matches itself, match was decent. It was a decent match. We did see Matt and Jeff Hardy come out. Fans start chanting delete, doing the delete chant, and pretty much the Revival takes advantage of Gallows Anderson and hitting the Shatter Machine on Carl Anderson for the 1-2-3 victory. So that was that. Our main event tonight, guys, and closing the show, was a pretty good main event. It wasn't the match of the night. I still think Sasha and Bayley was the match of the night, but a pretty good match of the night. Or not match of the night, main event, I should say, between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in a handicap match versus Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, and The Miz Taraj. Very decent main event. These guys got a lot of in-ring action. Also, on top of that as well, it is great to see, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel on a WWE Raw main event in 2017. I just think that's fucking tremendous. I didn't think that these guys will ever see the light of a main event match on Raw. But the fact that they're on the main event, Jinder Mahal is fucking WWE champion, right? Like, who the fuck thought about that at the beginning of the year? Jinder Mahal become WWE champion, or even being on SmackDown, or even being used on TV, period. Now you got, these two guys here, Bo Dallas, who is Bray Wyatt's brother, and the son of Mr. Perfect, Curtis Axel, main eventing with The Miz. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If it's to get these guys on TV, I'm all for it. I have no complaints about it. No complaints. I can't say anything bad to see about Bo Dallas or Curtis Axel on TV in the main event. I can't find anything bad to say about it. Because the reason why is because we have not seen these guys being used. We want to see these guys get an opportunity and a chance. Now they're getting their chance. Let's see where they go with this. Is one of these guys going to flourish and become, a WWE Universal Champion? I don't see that happening. But hell, Jinder Mahal is fucking WWE Champion. I never say never in wrestling. When people say never in professional wrestling, you gotta take that to heart. You gotta take it to heart. We've never thought that Jinder Mahal will become WWE Champion. We never thought that Jinder Mahal will ever be in a feud for the WWE Championship. We never thought that Jinder Mahal will ever be even close to sniffing a mid-card title. Jinder Mahal was a glorified jobber before he came to SmackDown. And look at this guy now. This guy is the modern day Maharaja. This guy is fucking, a god in India almost. You know what I mean? Almost. Well, he's second to God to Great Khali. We saw it last night. If you guys didn't see, one thing I want to say real quick is that if you guys didn't see that Pujami commentary last night, it's on Twitter right now. The Pujami commentary for the main event with Great Khali came out. It literally sounded like they were crying. Like, the Great Khali! The Great Khali! It sounds like they were crying. Fucking amazing. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. It's on Twitter right now. I actually put a tweet out of it. I actually tagged some folks in it. So, go check out my Twitter. It's one of the last 3 or 4 tweets. So, I would say go look at that. But the match overall was pretty good. Wasn't great. Wasn't fantastic. But it was good. I liked it. I liked it for what it was. And also on top of that as well, seeing Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins forming back together for temporary, because I think that, and I think it's the writings on the wall, I think we may see 2 heel turns at SummerSlam. One is Sasha Banks, the other is going to be Dean Ambrose. I think Dean Ambrose is going to turn on Seth Rollins. May not be at SummerSlam. I may be going too fast on that, but I truly think that a heel turn for Dean Ambrose, he's going to turn his back on Seth Rollins, just as Seth Rollins turned his back on the Shield several years ago, and I think it can play out the same way. And if they do this right, they may lead into a match into WrestleMania if they do this correctly. I don't see Seth Rollins being in a feud going into WrestleMania. Now, WrestleMania is not going to be for another 8 months away. A lot of things can happen. People can get injured. Storylines could change. Fans could get very overly hot for Seth Rollins for some reason. I don't see that happening. Or the fans could get overly hot again for fucking Dean Ambrose. I don't see that happening. But you never know in wrestling. But the makeup of it, I don't see Seth Rollins in that position going into WrestleMania. I see more of, unfortunately, Roman Reigns in that position. I can see Braun Strowman in that position. I can see Samoa Joe in that position. You know what I mean? On the SmackDown side, I see AJ Styles. I want AJ Styles and Nakamura. That's all I care about. Give me AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship to close off WrestleMania. Are they going to do that? Fuck no, because it's WWE. WWE doesn't want a New Japan, pro wrestling main event. Pretty much the main event WrestleMania. They don't want that shit to happen. They don't. We may still see the match, but it's not going to main event the show. But pretty good match. Pretty good match to end the show. I really think that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, they're going to be tag teaming with each other for a while. Up until maybe, if they don't do anything after SummerSlam where they turn on each other, where Dean will turn on Seth Rollins, this may go all the way through at least Survivor Series. I can see this going on until Survivor Series at least, and see how far this goes out with a much needed heel turn for Dean Ambrose. But the way that tonight ended, knowing WWE as well, I think they're going to try to get the pedal to the metal with the storyline and try to have this end within maybe the next 4 to 8 weeks. I don't see this storyline of them tag teaming with each other going on more longer than 8 months. I'm sorry, 8 weeks, 2 months. So let me know what you think about that down in the comment section. But tonight's Raw overall was decent. It wasn't horrible tonight. It wasn't great either. It was just a Monday Night Raw, guys. And I guess that's good. I guess that's good. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So, guys, that's it. If you guys did like this here, be sure to leave me a thumbs up on the way out. We'll very much so appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who's been following me here, as of late on YouTube, subscribing to the channel here. We're several subscribers away from 3,400 subscribers, guys. Did I say 3,000? I'm so tired, guys. 5,400 subscribers. I'm so tired, guys. As soon as this ends, I'm going to lay down and go to sleep because I have work in the morning. So hope you guys understand that I've been up for, 19 hours? I'm tired. So, been a long day. It's been a long day, guys. But that's it, guys. Appreciate everybody that's been checking me out. Go check out my Battleground pay-per-view review. It is a fucking real rage-inducing review. Go check it out. I'm going to put the link down below right now, guys, so you guys go check it out. If you guys want to, and tonight I'm just chilling. I'm not really upset about anything at all because I knew this show was decent. So thank God this show didn't really get me upset too much. But last night, if you guys want to see some fucking rage, if you want to go see me yelling about stuff, there's a link down below. Go check it out. And hopefully you guys enjoy that. But guys, that's it for me. If you did like this here, be sure to leave me a thumbs up like that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, where both links are down below. And that is it, guys. I will see you guys later. Peace out.